All right. So we have a second interview this morning, and we're going to talk to members of the Accra Social Tennis Club. And Seth Tawiah Kotey happens to be the
Treasure of the
treasurer.
club.
Seth, good to have you on the show.
Good to welcome me on the show.
Seated next to him is the club coach,
Mhm.
Daniel
Amarkwei.
Amarkwei.
Yes,
Daniel, good
please.
to have you on the show as well.
Thank you so much.
Let's start off with you. Accra Social Tennis Club. Tell us about yourselves, just in case there's
Okay.
someone who's hearing the name
Oh,
for the
okay.
first time.
Okay. Accra Social Tennis was, let's say, is a stadium tennis club which was formed by some of our tennis Hall of Fame as well, like Notesa, the owner, that's the coach, and Mr. Prempe Banama.
Okay.
They started the stadium club, and as time goes on, it turns into Accra Social Tennis Club
Okay.
in the year 2019 in April. But after it started with the owner and Mr. Prempe and other old members like Mr. Philip Mensan, Seth Accra Seed, and Mr. Prempe and other patrons. But
Okay.
they have young ones among them, like our coach here, Daniel Amarkwei, and Coach John Obin, formerly called Parkwesi, and
Okay.
T High.
Okay.
So when they started this as Accra Social Tennis Club, we started in 2019, and as you all know, in 2020 we entered into COVID.
COVID. Yeah.
So it seems they went for recess. But as for social distance, tennis are normally played with two people
Distancing anyway.
distancing.
Yeah.
So they were still having their way to the stadium to practice. But normally there are restrictions. We don't gather like the way we used to gather. So in the year 2019, before the COVID, one of our patron called Roger Crawford, who is not in the country now, but is also, let's say, one of the Ghana tennis like
Okay.
foundations here,
Okay.
and other like patrons like Mr. Dowona and Mr. Philip and Mr. Seth Akrasi, they came together and they said, okay, now that the Stadium Tennis Club is now fading, why don't they appoint a leader to like take in charge of the Accra Social Tennis
Okay.
Club? So there was no election, but it's like a form of like, okay, let's pick Mr. Che, the outgoing chairman now,
Okay.
to lead the affair of the club. So he has been the one who have lead the affair, and some of the patrons have mentioned their names
Okay.
earlier on up to
Okay.
dates. So
Okay.
last year, that was December, the patrons and the other stakeholders of the club had a meeting that we have to head election because now the club has grown to the level we want the club to go.
How many members now?
We are 80,
Oh. Okay.
but it's not every time that everybody comes because
Of
we are all
course, it's a
corporate people.
club.
We
Yeah.
go to work, so sometimes within the week after work, some members will come and play. Then in the weekends too, some members will come and play.
Okay. Yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah. So we had the election in 21st of December 2024, online election because of the Christmas festivity. People have traveled outside the country and some people have gone to holiday. So we did online, and our EC was Mr. Roger Crawford. We have a
Okay.
successful election, and at the end of the day, we have elected newly executives. And come 11th, that's tomorrow, January, we'll be inaugurating our newly elected executives at the Accra Sports Stadium.
Okay.
And we have invited our neighboring class like Accra Long Tennis Club,
Okay.
Sakumono Tennis Club,
Okay.
Depot Tennis Club. There are many to
Okay.
come and grace the occasion.
Interesting. But Amakwe, how did you become the club coach? How long have you been playing the sport?
Thank you so much. I want to say a big thanks to the viewers, and then my president of tennis, and then my executives of the Accra Social Tennis Club. My experience for now, like 25 years of experience.
Wow.
Yes, please. And
You play the sport, you become a coach, or
yes,
you
please. I started from my younger age.
Okay.
I started from my younger age, and I was like, I had so much interested in the game. I developed a lot. And by then, I was not having a racket, but I still have the interest. Because I realized what I'm doing is going to help me sometimes, someday.
Okay.
So I've put all my energy. Yeah, I'm not looking back. And got so good. We were doing what we have to do. We're moving around at the stadium, playing together with other members. And my first person who made us organize this from the beginning, initially, Mr. CK. Mr. CK was like a whole father for all of us. And he made sure we had a very good group. Anytime we play, we finish, he make sure we sat down, we had fun. I mean, the game need a fun. So this is what we've been doing. So a time that the members realized that, no, this can be a club. So let's do it properly in a way that people will come and join us.
Okay, interesting.
Yes. So like my financial secretary saying here, we got this club in 2019, time of the COVID, and we try to make sure, sports goes with a lot of, things. And if you are not all that well, you can't play,
That's
especially
right.
tennis.
That's right.
Yes. So we tried and we managed to make sure we do exercise. Because during the COVID time, you can see people are playing tennis in their rooms. So that alone can tell you.
A lot of things happened in rooms, so
Yes.
a lot of things.
So you see, we realize now sports is the best medicine for everyone. So we did not stop. So we realized now let's come together, and then we're able to appoint one leader, Mr. Chairman Che, my chairman. And he did very well for a long time, and it happens to.
Okay. We'll be going into that, but I have a quick question for you. You said you started playing, you developed the interest in the sport without having a racket. How did you get a racket? Very quick on that one.
I got my racket from a friend popularly known at the stadium, but is my friend, Nicholas Ninote.
Okay.
Yes, he had a chance to play in the national team. And
okay.
Yeah, and they traveled.
He dashed you one, or he bought one for you?
Yeah, he dashed me.
Nice.
Yeah, he dashed me.
Nice.
He dashed me one. So they came back from Senegal, and then he was like, "Wait, Sonny, you have to be playing with me." Okay, I'm ready. So the first time I touched the racket is heavy, but I said, "No, I like it. I like it. Let me use it." Anytime I play with the racket, I got pain on the shoulder.
Your shoulder.
But I didn't look at that. You see? So I think that alone tells you how interested, how committed I am in the game.
Yes.
Thank you.
And so rackets story there is a different thing. I got US Open rackets. And as we said, it's still sitting somewhere in my room. So
you're coming to me.
So tell us about the new executives that you have elected.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me say I'm the treasurer. As I said, I'm the treasurer of the club. I was, previously I was working with the old executive. But by then there was no election, so based on of my seriousness and how I wanted the club to just go to the level I want the club to go, they said, okay, then why don't the patron decided to had a general meeting and just unopposedly give the treasurer to me to run the affair of the club when it comes to financial aspects.
He realized that you didn't look like Judas. the money will be saved.
So after the election, okay, we have, let's say, a lot of people, but at the long run, my position, I went unopposed.
Okay.
For the secretary she went unopposed, and the organizing secretary he also went unopposed. But when it came to the president and the vice, the former chairman, that's Chairman Eric Che, contested with Esquire lawyer Nisanka.
Okay.
And the vice we had Mr. Alex Cranston, who also contested with Joshua Kine. But luckily, we have gotten 2 customs, one of these big men customs officials who are now our president and vice.
Oh, interesting.
They are all from
Interesting.
the custom service. So that's GRA.
Jerry, yeah.
So now they are our newly elected chairman and vice. That's Mr. Alice Quantin and Lawyer Nisanka Esquire.
All right. So, what's the expectation like? Because it is the first time the club has elected executives.
Okay.
What's the expectation like?
Oh, okay. So now the expectation lies on we, the newly executive, and we have drawn a program outline from this year up to December what the club will be doing after our inauguration tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
And some of the things the club will be doing is that now that we are now formally, like, let's say, a club, a tennis association that will be competing with the other associations in the country. We want, first of all, we want to just make sure that we find ourselves in the Ghana Tennis Federation and the Greater Accra Tennis Association, so that we'll be known there that now our club has come to stay.
Okay.
Then secondly, we have community like exchange programs we'll be doing. Normally we go to schools, our coaches go to schools to just train the young ones who are ready to like grow in tennis, and also we'll have some inter-tournaments.
Is that a social intervention?
Tournaments with the other clubs, because normally if you are playing as a club in your own confine, you don't see the challenge. But normally when you throw challenge to other clubs, that's where you see.
That's when you see.
How the members, and you know, for we the members, we are all like grown-ups. Sometimes you go to work and you are tired. When you come, the coaches will be talking, then we'll also be talking. So now we want to structure a thing in the sense that every week we have to get something to do. Maybe today we have drills, tomorrow we have some exercise, and like so many things, so that we keep fit. Because for me, as like the way my coach said when he was about to start tennis, mine started in a very sad note because I fell sick and I went to hospital. I was in the office and I collapsed. So they rushed me to the hospital, and after everything there, I was having some conversation with the doctor, and the doctor asked me, what exercise do I do? And I said, oh, after work, find myself some drinks, eat, go to bed, or do my daily routine like sleep, wake up, go to work, come back to the house. And he said, okay, he has something to tell me. Why don't I put myself in any sports so that I'll keep myself fit? Because it seems what happened to me was like a stress. I wasn't doing anything like, so he advised me to join the tennis club. So my first club was Ghana Tennis Club.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
How many years ago?
Oh, that was in 2000 and that's 2022. That was 2022, yeah. So I joined that Accra club. That's the Ghana Tennis Club. So I was with them, and I realized it was a clay court. And clay court, sometimes when the rain fall, you drive there, you can't play because the court is wet. So I decided to join the stadium club. It's at art courts. So that's where
you don't want to play golf. You don't want to play in the Roland Garros.
I want to play in it, but sometimes you go to the court. By the time you get home,
interesting. So you see, there's a story behind every situation.
Yeah.
But coach, to you, we have to wrap it up quickly. If someone wants to join the club, what do they do?
That's very good. Our gates are open. We open for everyone, adults and kids. Everyone is welcome, because we Falls, the stadium is a complex center for everyone, and an education place for sports. So we want to welcome everyone, especially the ladies, because they don't do exercise. So looking at things.
Hey, now there are things I've
ladies,
changed though.
Ladies
have you been looking well? Sure.
Why I'm saying that.
They don't play tennis
the ladies are in our club.
Okay.
The ladies are in our club. Don't get challenged.
Oh, okay.
Because they feels like the ladies are not many.
Oh, so you're bringing.
So we want to urge on the ladies. We will calling them and all those who are interested. In case you want to bring your child or something, it's open.
It's open.
So,
all right. So let's wrap it up with you, sir. It's again, where is the event taking place? Which day? What
Okay.
time? And
The
all
event
that?
is our inauguration is taking place at Accra Sports Stadium,
Okay.
Court 3,
Okay.
to be precise. And like
Okay.
as I said, we have welcomed some of the other tennis fraternity
To
around
come.
Accra.
What time?
Oh, it will start around 11 a.m.
Okay.
Okay.
How many hours? 1
Oh,
hour.
okay. It will run from maybe 11 to maybe roughly 1 or 2.
All right. So that's an invitation. That's your invitation,
Patient, yeah.
right? On this.
And something I wanted to add here to what the coach said. We have a Facebook account, that's Accra Social Tennis Club.
Okay.
We have a YouTube account to Accra
Okay.
Social Tennis Club. So
Okay.
if somebody is interested to maybe join the club, you can
They
go
should
to our
just DM
Facebook,
you.
yeah, or you can DM me or call me
Okay.
on this line 0243
Okay.
685230,
Okay.
so that maybe we'll explain everything. You come
Okay.
and pick form, register you,
Okay.
then you join the club.
Okay. Is there
become a
like
member.
a joining fee?
Oh, okay, yeah. To register
Okay.
now, you see, now that we have a new executives after our immigration, we'll change
We'll
things. So
have a
for
new
now,
constitution
yeah,
and everything.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Amarkwei, thank
Yes,
you very
ma'am.
much for joining us. And Mr. Kotey, thank you very
Thank you,
much
madam, too.
Thank you,
for
madam.
joining us. We've been talking to the members of the Accra Social Tennis Club. The inauguration is happening next week. Tomorrow, 11th. Why am I thinking 11th is fine? We went today's 10th. January is just running. I saw quick break when we return. We've got more here on Studio 5.